For anyone who likes sculpture, who thinks that humans are the best sculptors on the planet, you should go to Mount Cameron. Nature's far better. Try and do some drawing every day. My motto is make something from nothing every day.
Yeah, that's good.
So whether it's digging in the garden or, you know, we're going to plant a big veggie patch down in front and that sort of thing, or picking up a piece of steel and thinking, right, this is what I'm going to do with that. I really like, when I was in the Highlands, there's a lot of driftwood up there, and it's got all these really random notches in it. Because it's such wild weather, you've got all this driftwood in the hydro lakes, gets blown up onto the rocks, and the wind and the rocks and the wave action just carves all these really random notches in it. So even every day you pick up a piece of that and go, right, oh, I think I can do this with it, or sit down and do a drawing, or plan, or dream, or procrastinate. Yeah, still coming to grips with the Tamar River landscape, because it's so constructed and manipulated. In the Highlands, it's just wild. There's not a straight line in the Highlands. Not even the rocks have straight lines. It's, you know, the trees are bent out of the wind. Yeah, it's a very inspiring place, particularly the way that the geology is up there too. You get these beautiful big formations which are just broken away, so you get these really formal blocks like that. Like Anthony Caro couldn't have done it better himself. It's just where they've gradually fallen away over hundreds of thousands of years. Back then I was making lots of little marquettes, but even in the Highlands it was easy. Like we'd pull up for lunch because we were taking people fishing, so you'd pull up on the side of the lake, out of the wind, very idyllic, and I'd go and make these little installations out of rocks and sticks and that. I used to make hundreds of them in a fishing season. No one would ever see them, but it didn't matter, you know. You still got the brain ticking over, and more importantly that link between your head and your hands, because you can lose that pretty quickly. I really like that interaction between what industry does to the environment and then what the environment does to it afterwards. I come from a tin mining family, and you go into the old tin mines these days and you've got a job to see where they were, but once you look at the environment you can see how they've wiped out hills, dug up rivers and made just a god-awful mess. And some of those relics are really good to bring back and make sculpture with. Like I've got old bulldozer bits, and you know, I make sculpture out of that and work that in with timber and bits out of the environment. So it's always in the back of my head when I'm making things, and I really like that idea of decay, how things decay. Like I like steel to be rusted, and if I can find a piece, and I really like that found object thing, if I can find a piece that's been laying in the ground for 20 years and it's flaky, and if you bend it it's probably going to break or whatever, almost like it, and then make a construction with it rather than a sculpture, like that constructivist type thing. And sometimes it pays not to try too hard. The best sculpture work I ever did was just bang, 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 in 5 minutes the basic thing's finished. Yeah, then you go back and you weld it in and make sure it's not going to fall to pieces and tidy it up and clean up and do whatever. But the actual bare guts of it all is all done. You've got an idea in the back of your head about what you want to say with a piece of sculpture, then you pick up a piece of steel, or, you know, there's a lot of serendipity to it. You'll be looking for something and think, oh hang on, that might be better. So you pick it up and work it and then think, well, if I put a twist in that, or if I can get this bit and do this or that, and then you see what happens.